Hi everyone, and welcome to Hollywood Hills episode number 19 of the 2021 season. It's been a great journey so far and we're going to keep it wide open. And in fact, we checked out the subscription numbers. We are edging closer and closer to the 1,000 subscription marker. So keep these videos pumping and shared out there as well. If we can reach our 1,000 marker, that's going to be a huge milestone in the history of Hollywood Hills. Remember, we've only really been running on the video format for the last 2.5 seasons. So it's been quite a rapid rise, and we just want to keep that pumping and keep the numbers up and rolling. So thanks to those incredible supporters and the guys that have subscribed and the loyal viewers as well of the show. So the loyal viewers will have remembered from last week's show that we said we're going to get up close and personal with Wayne Farmer's new ride. The history behind this situation is he has been blue smoke through and through. He's got blue blood running through his veins. He has been racing since the 90s. He went from BMX into motocross, into off-road. He has taken a ton of regional, club and national titles, and he finally makes the big move from blue smoke to four-stroke. Over to you, Wayne. Okay, Wayne, so everyone is now asking you, what are you riding? So tell me, what are you riding and why?
So Matt, we've decided to go for a FC 450, your motocross version. You know, always me being Wayne Farmer, I need the biggest and best and fastest. At this age, it's not maybe the greatest thing, because this little guy pulls your freaking arms off your shoulders, I must be honest. But so yeah, what I've taken a full motocross FC 450 Rockstar edition, and I've given it the Wayne Farmer once over into make it off-road capability. Not enduro, obviously you'd never see this thing near rocks, but for our GXCCs off-roads, it's pretty daunting, but it's an awesome machine.
Listen, we'll get into your details and the farmerness about it, but this isn't the first time you've tried this. You had a go last year and it didn't work out. So what's changed?
No, true. You know, it's just, you know, everyone's four-stroke. You know, the 300, I'm really riding it to its maximum capacity, and you're really wringing the thing's neck to make it go as fast as you want it to go. And, you know, the poor bikes take a lot of strain. So, you know, this whole four-stroke thing has come back to me now, and I thought, okay, well, let's give it a good try again. You know, in the season that we're in right now, we never know what's going to be happening. It's a very sort of short season with some championships. So, yeah, we're not going to be worrying about getting every single championship this year as much as we want it, but I want to get myself behind a bike where I'm comfortable on now.
So the idea is long-term more than anything else?
Yeah, it's long-term. Look, I still love my 300, so it's still in the background in case, but we're going to just see what we can do with this bike. But yeah, this thing's a machine. That's all I can say.
Look, obviously the difference between two-stroke and four-stroke is, you know, everyone knows it, so we won't go too deep into that. But you've taken across a lot of things that make the bike very farmery. You always run a steering damper. You always running all of your sponsors that you've had for many, many years. So take me through top to tail what you've tweaked on this thing.
Yeah, so to make it user-friendly for off-road use, obviously steering damper to me, number one. I've been riding it for 30 years now. I'd never not have one on, so we added that. Obviously, gear ratio sprockets we change for, you know, not too hectic like out the gate motocross start styles. So we make it a little bit longer to make the gearbox a bit more user-friendly. Yes, with the 5-speed box, we do lose a bit on top end, but that's why we have to sort of gear it where we can on that side. You know, all the protection from Polysport and Enduro Engineering to protect the bike into what we do. My race wheels back in front as well, Michelin tires back in front, all that type of stuff. So everything that we use to make our works good for GXCC off-road racing, we've done it with the bike as well. Obviously, the suspension setup, obviously I make it a little bit softer because this thing's freaking hard as hell for motocross, hitting big jumps. So we've had to work on the suspension setup, make it a bit softer. So I've taken more of my TX300 sort of setup and style, bombed it into this bike, and it works like a charm. Just the horsepower on the motor is insane.
Tell me about the tires, and it's something I was thinking about driving here. Now, I see Pentecost and all those guys on the big bikes, and they come to the end of a GXCC or any other cross-country race, and those tires are fish paste. But your 300 never looks like it's being used. So tires is going to be a story for you, eh?
No, it is. It's actually quite funny. On Sunday, we were out practicing on tires, and this 450 ripped a new tire. To shreds. It's amazing what it does. It's just there's so much torque on the bottom of this bike. It actually makes the tire almost like an egg shape, and it even chews your back mud flap. I've done 2 in 2 weeks now. So yeah, we're gonna have to do some testing. I've got some different Michelins on my Starcross 5 soft and mediums to try and test and see which one holds out the best with this type of bike. I've also been testing the Enduro medium, which is actually quite strange. It's an Enduro tire, but because it's a medium compound with a soft outer shell, it flexes quite a bit. And this 450 hasn't chewed that one yet, so it's pretty cool.
Talk to me about fueling strategy as well. If I recall, did you run a big tank on the 300? I can't remember, but I know you haven't got one here.
Yeah, on the 300 it comes standard with that 8 litre. The old days used to be a 10 litre to 8 litre now, but still there. I can only do 1 lap on my 300. The way we ride those 300s, it uses juice. This FC's only got a 6 litre tank. My mileage that I've been doing at the moment is just over 60 Ks on a tank. hard riding, so I'd have to fuel every lap. That's the downside with me and my fueling. Just once every lap, splash and dash, 4 liters, and get out and go.
Now, this model, we're kind of late in the season, to be fair. We are quite late in the season. So how close are we to getting on the 22s?
Yeah, 22s, obviously motocross and TXs and FXs arriving sort of end of June-ish now, beginning of July. We're hoping sort of beginning of June, but obviously with shipping dates, we're waiting to come on that. Enduros obviously only come out a month or two after that. So yeah, we're going to be hopping on to get set up on this, hop onto a 22, but I need to make my final decision on what I want to go on.
And then just reference to how the season's gone so far on the Enduros as well as the National Cross Countries. The only reason I'm referencing Enduros is because that guy from KZN, the KZN Wayne Farmer, is giving you a bit of cuck this year, hey?
No, it's always good. And, us old toppies, as I put it, because these are only youngsters coming into the masterclass. They still, they're middle 40s. We into our upper 50 or middle 50s already, yeah? So we don't mind a bit of competition. But it's cool seeing someone new on the block like that. It's pretty nice. Most of the races has been in his hometown or home side of terrain type of thing. Even the second national we had up here at Molly Molly, it wasn't a flowy, fast race. It was in your face, tough. And look, obviously, I took the win, if I can do that. MSA took it away from me. Let's not go into details now. But yeah, so I mean, he's there. He's got good pace going. He's strong. He trains hard. And yeah, dude, we're always up for a challenge, as we say.
You tend to, with your bike development, just to come back to the bike, you tend to feed that and trickle that down to the rest of your team. You've got a lot of guys that you kind of mentor. So are you doing a lot of development on this bike to pass it across to those guys?
Yeah, what's actually quite good with Matt, when you say that, I do a lot of testing on time, or suspension, jetting on the 2-strokes, whatever it might be. And just with my team guys coming in, obviously not really being too afraid with how their setup is, I take them out, we do their setups, the guys are happy. You get all these guys that watch Google or watch this or watch that, how to set this up. Guys, it's on the bike, setting up, that's where it works. Anybody can tell you, oh, maybe this will work, so that's work. If you're not testing on the bike, you're not doing a proper job.
So Wayne, 3 GXCCs out the way, actually 2 for you, unfortunately. 2 nationals and a couple of goon rides. So what's next on the calendar? GXCC is obviously always your focus, and the nationals, but there's a couple of little kind of like farm races that I've seen you come. You've come out to the farm jams, you're hitting a couple of the 424s. Yeah. So there's a lot of practice which you're going to need on this bike. Yeah,
and that's why I'm doing all these other rides. It's actually so cool going to see what other guys are, their terrains, what they're developing and how they're doing their races. Yes, GXCC is a forte. It's where we get our name, we put our name out there, it gives good backing and it's great. Yeah, unfortunately I was very ill at the last one, which I couldn't do, and I'm still 9th in the championship, not racing that one. So it's all to play for at the end of the year, so I don't mind. Going to some of these 424 races, the farm jams have changed drastically. Everyone thinks of a farm jam being flat out. Now it's like the EWXC without the heavy tech. So, that's also a nice variety of terrain. But I did a 424 out at Red Star the other day. What an awesome event. It was really old school off-road riding. Nothing just flat out from one farm to the next farm road. You had a bit of flat out, but you had twisty, choppy sections, and it was actually awesome. And at my age, to take the overall win, I was so super chuffed, mate. It was like a kid all over again in a candy store thinking, where's the times, 18 times? I just had a good ride. And it was a brilliant day all in all. It's a good show to them. And yeah, it brings the versatility of different terrain, if I can put it, on your bike. And you can't just concentrate on one terrain after all. Everybody goes to their defaults every weekend. They know the terrain, where every corner is. It doesn't make you a better rider on your bike. You need to do these different racing scenarios to make you a better rider.
Last thing before we sign off, Wayne. Everyone's going to ask the magical question. What is in that motor? Is she stock or have you turned some screws?
Buddy, this FC is stock. It is so strong, it pulls your biceps off. It feels like I've been to gym when you ride this thing. But no, it's actually, for our type of racing, it's actually too much. But I'm getting, not taming the beast yet. The beast has got hold of me still, but I'm getting there. But it's just super powerful. It's amazing. Off the block, from A to B, it is super fast. But it's just about to control it now.
Thanks for telling us about the bike, Wayne. Can't wait to see you on the line again.
Thanks, Matt. Thanks for your time.
So that's cool. That's the first of our real up close and personals. We did a couple of these while we were live on lockdown last year, but it's cool to go out to the workshops and actually really touch and feel and smell these new bikes. They are absolutely rock and roll. So thanks for Wayne for being the first rider to kick that off. While I was out there as well, the wonderful people out at Bikers Warehouse also gave us a set of new rubber hoops. So we've got tires and tubes from Bikers Warehouse. So thanks, guys. We can't wait to get those onto the Goon Wagon. And that Goon Wagon project is just growing in leaps and bounds. We cannot believe the support we're getting. The suspension is out this week at the boys who are going to be doing the work at CycleWorks. Then we've got the rubber that's going to be going on over the next couple of weeks or so. And then I got a phone call from Ryan Sequeira. I had no idea that he was involved in Decra, the guys that do that amazing carbon fiber work that you see on a lot of the off-road and mainly the enduro bikes as well. I think that's their focus. But they're going to be looking after the engine casing covers, the clutch casing covers, and they're going to slip on an absolutely gorgeous bespoke carbon fiber tip for our exhaust system on the bike as well. So just super excited to have that buy-in as well. And there's nothing like sprinkling a little bit of carbon fiber over a bike to make it look factory fresh. So really, really excited about that. On another side of the platform as well, obviously to get out to the events, me and the LiveX boys will roll in my big van. And that van has been to the moon a couple of times, so it's getting a little bit high in the mileage and looking a little bit tatty. And the boys from Mastercars Hatfield put their hands up out of absolutely nowhere. They tapped me on the shoulder at one of the events and says, "Can we help you?" And I was like, oh, you know, how are we going to work together? And I don't really want to hit the guys for a new car or anything like that. I don't think at this time anyone's got that kind of budget. But what they're going to do is a nice refresh on the van for us as well. So we're going to get a new color. We're going to dip the wheels. We're going to get some semi-off-road tires onto the thing and just do a nice refresh. And they're going to be our rolling partner going forward into the rest of 21 and 22. So I just can't thank the industry enough at the moment, and obviously great to have Chris Harm and all the boys from Hatfield and Mastercars bringing it on here. Obviously, we want to be able to drive traffic to those guys as well and up their brand awareness. So that's what it's all about. The van is going to be at every event, and it's going to be a rolling advert. So watch out as that goes down. We're not going to do what we do with the Goon Wagon, which will show you all of the bits and bobs as we go down the development of the car. But I'll show you the before and I'll show you the after, and you guys can come and check out the wagon when we're out there at the races as well. So that's something to watch out for. And for now, it is just cool. So I'm going to be getting my hands dirty with the Goon Wagon crew down at Shimwells. That's going to be happening in the next 2 weeks. We're going to allow the suspension to come back to us. Then we're going to start gathering everything together. We know that the guys at Decra have to have the bike sent across to them so that they can get the moldings and everything right for the casings and the silencer. So that's going to push on the timeline a little bit more, but we're still committed to actually rolling the Goon Wagon out at the next Farm Jam, and that is going to be in the early part of July. So for now, we just hope you guys have been enjoying the Hollywood shows. We know we're now 2 shows in of 3 shows. That's from GXCC round number 3 at Heidelberg, the fast one. So watch out for the end of this week. We will roll out the support classes. That's going to be for the guys racing in the Pro-Ams and the WOWs. So we don't want to leave anyone out. This was a really, really cool event, and we cannot wait for what comes around the corner. Couple of gaps in the calendar now as well, like I said in the previous show. So more and more stuff to look forward to, and we cannot wait to involve you in the rest of our journey. So for now, we hope you enjoyed Farmer's Get Up Close and Personal with his amazing 450 Husky, and we'll be looking to see if we can get up close and personal with a couple more riders, bikes, quads, and junior machines as well over the next couple of weeks and months. For now, guys, stay tough, keep wrapped up as well. It is winter and it is fresh out there. For now, I'm in a t-shirt, but if I go outside, believe me, there's like 4 layers going on. Okay, guys, catch you next week. Cheers.